the Canon C500 Mark II, Canon C300 Mark III, the Canon C70, the Canon R5. They're all great cameras. But like all Canon cameras, there's always a but. And in this video, we're going to be talking about matching color accuracy between camera systems, and the speed of post-production when you're working in a multicam environment. For all of you who have followed this channel over the years, you all know that I love Canon cameras. There are so many reasons to love Canon. You've heard me say this before. I've built my existing video production business on the backs of Canon Cinema Cameras. And that is what's going to make making this video series a little tougher. I really do, really do love Canon. But right off the bat, let's get one thing straight. Canon makes terrific cameras, lenses, and imaging products for all of us who create content for ourselves, all the way up to professional commercial productions. So what on earth am I talking about? I'll tell you in a second. First, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video commentary. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm not a YouTube personality. I'm just like you, a business owner who is trying to navigate this space in a way that allows me to keep my crew and family employed, as well as maintain the health of my business. And I'm a big believer that sharing knowledge, information, and in this case, perspective, allow us all to level up together. And that's actually why I make YouTube videos and upload them to this channel. So if you're into that type of thing, consider subscribing and enable notifications. So let's get to it. What is this but all about? I'm guessing most of you may have caught on to the whole but concept in my performance review of the Canon C70. And in case you missed it, I'll leave a link up above so you can check it out. While it's true that Canon does a terrific job at providing tools for all of us indie filmmakers and content creators, there's one thing that they do better, and that's upsell us. Everyone knows what upsell means, right? The whole Canon upsell is ideal for the existing Canon lineup, and we can't fault them for that, because the fact is that we're all in business to make money. I know I am. So let's dive into the but in the title. Canon give us the ability to buy different cameras at different price points with different features. And in recent times, they've allowed or enabled many of their cameras to be able to capture in C-Log, C-Log 2, or C-Log 3. These are all great things for anyone who owns a single Canon camera. But what you realize is that as you grow or evolve, you need more than one camera on set, because that flat out speeds up your on-set production time, as well as reduce talent fees. So really there are two ways to look at this. You can choose to either rent or buy a second body that matches your A-cam so that you don't have to spend extra budget in post-production trying to get cameras to match, or what happens more often, which is often caused by shrinking production budgets or lack of experience, people begin to mix and match cameras. Generally speaking, mix and matching cameras equals more time in post-production, and all of that extra time eats away at your profit. So regardless of which route you decide to take, whether it be renting cameras or buying multiple of cameras or spending the time in post-production, what that equals is time lost, which is eating away at your profit. And this is where I'm going to tell you that the Canon tax is real. Let me ask you this. What does the Canon XC10, XC15, Canon C70, 1DC, 1DX Mark III, 5D Mark IV, C300, C300 Mark II, C300 Mark III, C200, C500, C500 Mark II, and the C700 have in common? Oh yeah, I know I missed the Canon EOS R and the R5. They can all shoot Canon log. So what's wrong with that exactly? The Canon log profiles, they simply don't match from camera to camera. Let's let that sink in for just a second. While all of those cameras have the ability to capture in some form of Canon log, if you try to match Canon log 2, Canon log 3, depending on the body and what combination you're using, they simply don't line up. So while it's true that you are able to capture in Canon log, you can't really use or mix and match the cameras because you're going to get a very different looking picture. And for all of us, what that really means is that if you're a C500 Mark II operator, you should pick up a second C500 Mark II. Or if you're a 1DX Mark III user and you want a second camera, you really should pick up a second 1DX Mark III. And trust me, with the newer generation, yes, Canon is getting closer to allowing them to kind of look like each other, but they don't match. And maybe Canon thinks that a lot of us who use these cameras don't have the right monitors to see what those differences are. But in my case, I can see them. So we're going to continue this conversation in tomorrow's episode. Until next time, I'm Carlos. Take care.